Hey guys, my name is Jared Wellman. I'm an instructor at the Bernardo Free Academy. I'm here again with my friend Matt, and today we're going to go over 2 ways to get out of side control. The first, if it doesn't work, leads right into the second. So try these two, hopefully it works out for you. Let's get right to it. So here, we're going to be in side control. A couple things I want to think about before I even get going on the escape is my frames. If I'm holding on the outside, like the outside lane like this, it's very hard to get out because this is meant for pulling and I'm actually making it worse for me. So the first thing I want to think about is getting these hands to the inside. So if we turn a little bit, my first frame is really going to be this elbow right here. So I want to have a forearm on the hip. Don't put your hand here because if he sprawls, he might break my wrist, right? So if I keep my forearm, he sprawls, I still have control of that hip. And this really is to stop him from circling north to south, right? Like that north-south position, okay? So first one is here. The second one, some people play here, but it's dangerous because he can start attacking this arm. I don't want that. So ideally, I want to clear and come here to the inside, like a cross face. Don't be shallow, though. If my wrist is under his neck, it's very bendable. If I dig a little farther, now his neck is on my forearm. So the way I really think of this is like, think of a forklift. Look on here. If he drives in, I have a lot of frames in place to keep that weight off. If I'm here like this and shallow and he drives in, he can crush. All right, so now that we got our frames in, here's our first escape. I want to get to the inside lane. I have one hand on the inside, one hand kind of on the inside, but this shoulder is causing me the most trouble. So if I try to push, I can create a little space and bring my hand in and make a grip here. But now look, if Matt keeps the shoulder strong, my arms aren't going to push very much. I'm going to add my legs. So when I think of where my legs are, right here, I'm going to move them to the outside and I'm going to turn as much as I can on my side and push. I want to create the strong frame against the shoulder. My two arms versus his one. From here, I can open or stay closed, but I want to make more space with my hips. So now, I bring my knee all the way up. Don't make the mistake of trying to bring my foot in first. Bring my knee up, and then my foot goes to the far hip. Okay? So if you think about it, I'm framing against the shoulder, but I'm updating to the hip. So now I have 1, 2, 3 frames. If Matt drives in, look, so hard for him to go in. That's what I want. So now I've established a lot of space and I've undone the pressure of side control. My next step is I want to grab some kind of grips, cuff grips, collar and sleeve, it doesn't matter. I want something from here to pull him in as I turn into closed guard. Okay, so this is like a very basic side control escape, like 101. Every white belt learns this the first week or two, right? So I have my frames and you guys understand that concept now. From here though, I can't just go here and try to move because the shoulder pressure is the problem. So I want to make space. I can bridge a little bit, bring my arm in, make a grip here. Now if I'm on my back, I'm pushing myself to the mat. I don't want that. I want to turn on my side, push myself away as hard as I can. See how my hips are forward now? Now I bring my hips back. My foot comes in onto the far hip. So bottom leg to the far hip. This is important. Now I'm here. If Matt drives in, it's okay. I turn, and here I am. So let's do a couple angles just so you can see how we work. Think of it in 3 steps. Good frames. First step is I need to get to the shoulder here, get as much to my side, and push away. Hard, hard, hard. Now I'm good. Second step, hip escape. Maybe 1, even 2 times, okay? Make sure there's enough room. Don't bring my foot across here. I'm going to get smushed. Bring my knee up high, then my foot. Third step, I pull into closed guard. So one more time, a little faster. You've got good frame, heavy pressure. I turn, I push away here, hip escape, foot in, get my grips, and I pull him in, back to closed guard, much better position. All right, so let's come back to this first angle. So here's the thing, this doesn't always work. Okay, it doesn't work a lot, simply because if you have a good top player, they're in a way better position, you're in the poor position, and maybe Matt's really heavy with pressure, I'm like, I can't even move. A common thing that people do is they try to get this knee in. If I get the knee in, I bridge and just barely get the knee in, Matt sprawls, and then he just walks around, and you're like, oh man, I can never get out. But we're going to utilize that. So I'm trying to make space to get my arms in, I can't, I'm pushing, so all I'm going to do is bridge as much as I can. I flare my forearm, get my knee in, but I'm not going to stop there. I bridge, my knee comes in. Now if he drives into me, I have strong frames, okay? If he's not going to do it now, but if he sprawls and clears, that's what we want to stop. So what I'm going to do is update this foot right here to my ankle, right along my ankle or calf. What I'm really trying to do is think of where his hip is and put my foot through my own foot to his hip, and now I'm going to pendulum my head away. So now if he drives into me, it's really, really hard. This arm is also in danger too, because by turning, I'm starting creating armbar or the possibility of Kimura, all kind of attacks here. And you can probably feel a lot of people will pull that arm right out. And now look, I have my guard back. If he doesn't pull the arm out, and I'm here heavy, I'm strong keeping away, he's going to start reaching or doing something to this arm. My bottom foot can hook in, and I can come to a butterfly or open guard, and I'm in the same position of coming back to that closed guard. So really, I just want to get my legs back in the way. So look, good frames. I'm trying to work, it's not working. I can move my feet far away, that helps. It's a really good detail, right? Come here, I turn my knees in. Look how my foot's off the mat, right to the hip. Right here, I'm tight. I'm not pushing him away, I'm pushing myself away. The more I'm on my side, the more he's like this, the worse it is for him, the better for me. Now as he drives in, no way. My foot can come here I am, back to a butterfly, or as I'm here, I push away, I can make space, bring my foot through, and close guard. Let's look at another angle, just so we can see that same idea. Okay. So, big part of this is I'm pushing myself away from him. I'm not moving him, I'm moving me. Look, I bridge, I get my knee in, strong, on my side. My foot on his hip, right? It's on my ankle, but pushing to his hip. Look how I use my hand and I push away. Now I'm strong. From here, I can even hip escape. Foot comes back out, and that's just like the first one recovery. Or if he's really driving in, I thread my bottom foot through, and now look, I'm in a butterfly spot, and I can start working from there. So guys, that's 2 side control escapes. Of course, there are others. There's a lot of things we can do, but recognizing that I'm trying one thing, the top player is going to shut it down. I alternate to something else in hopes that I can start getting space, which allows me to get out, recover guard. Try it out.